My name is Nathaniel Smith. I'm the Municipal Archivist and Records Manager for the Town of Concord Archives. The Town of Concord Archives mission is to collect, catalog, preserve, and provide access to the permanent and historically significant municipal records of the Town of Concord. This includes a lot of vital records, so we get a lot of genealogy requests. We have tax records, which help people trace the history of the land and the people in town. We have a lot of meetings and town governance records, and then Concord is lately, in the last 100 years or so, had upwards of 60 boards and committees on anything from setting the fees for the parking meters all the way up to what are they going to do with land, purchasing land and building housing and things like that. Digital preservation is important to the Town of Concord archives for a couple of reasons. One is because of the nature of the Town of Concord being one of the first inland settlement in Massachusetts. We have a lot of interest in our records, and the that interest comes from all over the country and all over the world. And preserving our records digitally allows an expanded reach, broader access to those records. People don't have to come to our library and our special collections to see our records if we can place them uh, on the Preservica portal. The other part is our born digital records that are now accumulating, quite rapidly. We're hoping to create workflows and transition those fairly quickly to Preservica rather than have them sit on servers or somewhere else inaccessible. And the importance of digital preservation is both our legal obligation to preserve these records and our sort of mission to provide access to these records more broadly to all sorts of constituents. The Town of Concord Archives, as a government entity, is responsible for receiving and responding to public records requests, hundreds a year. We respond to over 1,000 records requests per year. Preservica has become a key tool in this process because it allows us to post frequently requested records such as town meeting minutes and select board minutes. Decisions made by these bodies are important because they determine the regulations and laws that the town has adopted from the state, and those decisions carry forth until new laws or new regulations are adopted. So oftentimes, a regulation that was adopted even 100 years ago will still be in effect in some capacity. And having those documents and resources available online all the time to anyone is a great advantage because we do not have to search for those and provide them individually for each record request. Beyond records requests, Preservica has helped the Town of Concord Archives to share documents of great public interest. For instance, we have a copy of the Declaration of Independence from the third printing on July 17th, 1776, which is quite valuable and quite rare. And we've been able to post that as the 250th anniversary of the Declaration of Independence approaches, and we've gotten a lot of interest from researchers and reviewers. In addition, we have some videos of previous celebrations, which we were able to post through Preservica. And prior to having Preservica, we were sharing these via individual links or Dropbox accounts. And the experience for the user in Preservica is much better and much more seamless than that experience used to be. In the future, the Town of Concord Archives is looking to migrate more content to Preservica. One project is committee records. We have over 60 boards and committees in town, and many of these are stood up for 3 to 5 years for a specific purpose. They generate a number of records, both meeting minutes and other reports and other records of that to support their charge. We hope to move. Right now, these records are housed on our website, and it is very clunky and inefficient to navigate if you are looking to understand what that committee reviewed and what their decisions were. By moving those to Preservica, we can store them for the long term, and we hope to, at some point, potentially use AI to generate some of the metadata because the volume of records is so large. Another project that we're working on is determining what the Town of Concord Archives video preservation strategy will be. Many of these boards and committees generate a Zoom recording of their meeting, which currently is posted to YouTube. Of course, when it goes to YouTube, we lose control over how long and where it will be for the future. We have yet to decide if we will be moving all or some of these videos to Preservica in order to preserve them for the future and create a more searchable database of the sort of searchable portal of the videos. But once we make that decision, we will determine where and how to post them to Preservica, again, potentially using AI for metadata or transcription of those videos. In general, digitizing historical records and then creating workflows for our born digital records and implementing them are our key priorities moving forward.